The Galactic Empire was the greatest power in known space. For 1,000 years, they had ruled hundreds of worlds. Their ships were beautiful, sleek, and deadly. Their technology was so advanced that other species worshipped it. They had never lost a war. Not once. Then humans came along. Humans were new. Very new. They had only been traveling between stars for 100 years. That was nothing to the Empire. A blink of an eye. Their ships were ugly, blocky, covered in welding marks and patches. They looked like they had been built by people who had no idea what they were doing. The Empire laughed at them, called their ships flying junk, said humans were cute but useless. Good for trading, maybe. Not for anything serious. Then came the border dispute. There was a small system. Nothing special. Just some rocks with minerals. But the Empire wanted it, and humans had a small colony there. 20,000 people. Families. Miners. Farmers. Just trying to live. The Empire sent a fleet. 30 warships. The most advanced in the galaxy. Sleek. Deadly. Beautiful. They arrived in the system and took position. The human colony saw them on their scanners. Panic spread. 20,000 people. They had no way to evacuate quickly. Not enough ships. Not enough time. The Empire Admiral was named Zorath. He was proud and arrogant. He had never lost a battle. He did not expect to start now. He sent a message to the colony. Leave this system in 24 hours. If you remain, you will be destroyed. The message played on every screen. The colony went silent. Then chaos. People running. Crying. Grabbing what they could. But there were not enough ships. Not nearly enough. In orbit above the colony, one ship watched it all. The SS * Mercy Star. A cargo vessel. Old. Slow. Ugly. It had 2 small defensive cannons, mostly for scaring off pirates. Its captain was Elias Vance. He had been a soldier once, a long time ago. Now he just wanted to haul goods and live in peace. He watched the panic on the screens below. Watched the families. The children. He thought about his own family, back on Earth. What would he want someone to do for them? He made a choice. Send a message to all colony ships, he said. Tell them to leave now. Full speed. Do not wait. His crew looked at him. Captain? What about us? Vance looked at the screen. At the 30 sleek warships waiting. At the arrogant admiral who thought humans were nothing. We'll buy them time. The colony ships launched. Dozens of small vessels, packed with people. They headed for the edge of the system, toward safety. Toward FTL and escape. The Empire watched. They did not stop the colony ships. They had given 24 hours. They would wait. They were patient. Then they noticed something strange. One ship was not running. The cargo vessel. The ugly one. It was turning. Moving away from the colony. Toward the Imperial fleet. On the Imperial flagship, Admiral Zorath saw it. He frowned. What is that ship doing? His officers checked. It is a cargo vessel, Admiral. The SS * Mercy Star. Very old. Very slow. Armed with 2 small cannons. Zorath stared at the screen. One ship. One old, slow, ugly cargo ship. Coming toward 30 of the most advanced warships in the galaxy. He laughed. His officers laughed with him. Humans, Zorath said, shaking his head. They are either very brave or very stupid. Which one, Admiral? An officer asked. Zorath smiled. Either way, they are dead. On the SS * Mercy *, Captain Vance looked at his crew. 8 people. All volunteers. All scared. He could see it in their eyes. The fear. The doubt. The question, are we about to die? He did not lie to them. He could not. We might not make it, he said. But those people down there, they will. Because of us. He looked at each of them. One by one. They think we're junk, he said. They look at this ship and see garbage. They do not know what this ship is made of. He touched the wall. The old metal. The patches. The welding marks. This ship was built by humans. Fixed by humans. Flown by humans. Every dent tells a story. Every patch is a victory. We are not junk. He turned to the screen. At the 30 sleek ships waiting. Let's show them what junk can do. The SS * Mercy * drifted forward. Small. Slow. Alone. Behind it, the colony ships raced for safety. Ahead, the most powerful fleet in the galaxy waited. And 8 humans held on tight. The Imperial fleet waited. 30 sleek warships floating in perfect formation. They watched the small human ship drift toward them and they laughed. "This is almost sad," one officer said. "One cargo ship against 30 warships. What do they think will happen?" Admiral Zorath smiled. "Send one fighter. End this quickly. Like swatting a fly." A single fighter launched from the flagship. Small, fast, deadly. It streaked toward the SS Mercy Star. The pilot was confident. This was not a battle. It was target practice. On the Mercy Captain Vance watched the fighter approach. His hands rested on the controls. His eyes stayed calm. "Wait," he told his crew. "Wait for it." The fighter got closer. Close enough to fire. The pilot aimed his weapons. Vance moved. His two small cannons fired together. Not powerful shots, but well aimed. Very well aimed. The shots hit the fighter exactly where its shields were weakest. Right where the engine connected to the hull. The fighter exploded. A ball of fire in the darkness. On the Imperial flagship, alarms screamed. Officers stared at their screens. Confusion filled the bridge. What happened? "A cargo ship just destroyed one of our fighters." "Impossible." Admiral Zorath's face went dark. Anger replaced amusement. "This is embarrassing. Send 3 fighters. End this fast now." 3 fighters launched. Faster than the first. More dangerous. They spread out, approaching from different angles. They would not be caught by surprise. On the Mercy Vance saw them coming. He did not panic. He had fought in wars before. Human wars. Back on Earth, before space travel. He had learned to fight when outnumbered. He had learned to use everything around him. Space had terrain too. Asteroids. Debris. Gravity wells. You just had to know how to use it. The Mercy moved. Not like a sleek warship. Like something else. A brawler. It twisted, turned, used its ugly bulk as a weapon. The fighters fired. Beams hit the hull. The armor held. Thick and ugly, just like the ship. Vance picked his shots. One fighter got too close. His cannons fired. Another explosion. The second fighter tried to run. Vance chased. Not fast, but determined. Another shot. Another kill. The third fighter panicked. Fired wildly. Hit nothing. Vance turned and fired one last time. 3 fighters. Gone. On the flagship, silence. Zorath stared at his screen. 5 fighters lost. 5. To 1 cargo ship. To 1 human. Something was wrong. Very wrong. "All ships," he ordered. His voice was hard. "Destroy that vessel now. No more games. Full power. End it." 30 warships powered their main weapons. They moved forward, ready to kill. On the Mercy Vance saw them come. He should have been scared. He was, a little. But he had one thing they did not. A plan. "Turn us around," he said. "Slowly. Let them see us run." His crew looked confused. "Run, Captain." "Pretend to run. Lead them somewhere." He pointed at his screen. At a field of asteroids not far away. Thousands of rocks, big and small, floating in darkness. "Take us in there." The Mercy turned and moved toward the asteroid field. Behind it, 30 warships gave chase. They were faster. Much faster. But Vance did not need to be faster. He just needed to get there first. The colony ships appeared on the edge of his screen. They were jumping to FTL. Escaping. Safe. For now. Vance smiled. They made it. His crew cheered. Then looked ahead. The asteroids were getting close. "Brace yourselves," Vance said. "This is going to get rough." The Mercy entered the asteroid field. Rocks flew past. Some hit the hull. The ship shook. But it kept going. Thick armor. Ugly design. Built to take a beating. Behind them, the Imperial fleet stopped at the edge of the field. Their sleek ships were not built for this. Asteroids would tear them apart. Admiral Zorath stared at the screen. At the human ship disappearing into the rocks. "Follow it," he ordered. "Admiral," an officer said. "The asteroids are dangerous. Our ships." "I said follow it. That ship destroyed 5 of ours. I will not let it escape. Go around the asteroids if you must. But find it. Kill it." The fleet split up. Some went around the edges. Some tried to follow narrow paths. They moved slowly, carefully, afraid of the rocks. Inside the asteroid field, the Mercy drifted. Hidden. Waiting. Vance checked his screens. The colony ships were gone. Safe. His job was done. But he was not done. "They're coming after us," his navigator said. "Splitting up. Trying to surround us." Vance nodded. "Good. Let them come." He looked at his crew. At their scared but determined faces. "They think we're junk. They think this ship is garbage. Let's show them what garbage can do in a place like this." The Mercy moved deeper into the asteroids. Behind it, the Empire followed. And the real fight was just beginning. 30 Imperial warships chased one human cargo ship through the asteroid field. It should have been easy. It should have been over in minutes. It was not. The asteroids were thick. Thousands of rocks, big and small, tumbling through darkness. The Imperial ships were fast and sleek, but they were also fragile. One wrong move, one collision, and they would be torn apart. They had to slow down. Had to be careful. Had to navigate each path with precision. The Mercy had no such problem. It was slow anyway. Slow and ugly and built tough. When small asteroids hit its hull, they bounced off. When the same asteroids hit Imperial ships, they left scars. Damage. Fear. Captain Vance knew these asteroids. He had studied them on the way into the system. Not because he expected a fight. Just because that was what he did. He learned his environment. Always. Now that knowledge saved him. He knew the paths. The gaps. The hiding spots. He knew where a ship could hide and where it would be seen. He used it all. Pop out from behind a rock. Fire at a passing ship. Disappear again. Another Imperial ship went dark. Move to a new spot. Wait. Watch. A ship came too close. Fire. Run. Another kill. The Empire could not catch him. Could not predict him. He was everywhere and nowhere. Admiral Zorath watched from his flagship. His face was red with anger. His beautiful fleet was being picked apart by one ugly ship. One human. One piece of junk. "Spread out," he ordered. "Surround it. Cut off its escape." His officers hesitated. "Admiral, spreading out in the asteroid field is dangerous. We will lose formation. Lose support." "Do it." The ships spread out. They moved in different directions, trying to surround the human ship. Trying to trap it. It was a mistake. Spreading out meant they were alone. No support. No one watching their backs. No one to call for help. Vance noticed immediately. He changed tactics. He found an Imperial ship alone, moving carefully between two large rocks. The pilot was focused on the asteroids, watching for collisions. Not watching for enemies. Vance came up from below. Quiet. Hidden. His ship rose like a ghost. He fired directly into the ship's engines. The shot was perfect. The engines exploded. The ship died, taking part of an asteroid with it. Another kill. That made 8. On the Mercy Vance checked his screens. Hull damage, 30%. They had been hit more than a few times. But the armor held. Weapons, low on ammo. They could not keep this up forever. Crew, all alive. Tired. Scared. But alive. 22 Imperial ships remained. Still dangerous. Still hunting. Vance's navigator spoke. "Captain, the colony ships are long gone. They made it. Our job is done. We can run. There's a gap to the edge of the field. We can make it." Vance looked at the screen. At the 22 ships searching for him. At the admiral who had laughed at him. He thought about running. It made sense. The colony was safe. His crew was alive. He could go home. See his family. Live in peace. But something in him would not let go. Something human. "They laughed at us," he said quietly. His crew looked at him. "They called this ship junk. They called us stupid. They thought we were nothing." He turned to face them. "I want to hear them apologize." His crew stared. Then, slowly, smiles spread across their tired faces. "What do you have in mind, Captain?" one asked. Vance looked at the screen. At the main Imperial force, gathering near the center of the field. At Admiral Zorath's flagship, big and proud and beautiful. They're all spread out. Scattered. Confused. Scared. He pointed at the flagship. But is still there. The one who laughed. The one who sent the message. His navigator's eyes went wide. "Captain, you want to go after the flagship. In this?" Vance smiled. A smile his crew had never seen before. A little crazy. A lot determined. "They think we're running. They think we're hiding. They think we're done." He turned the ship, away from the escape route, toward the main Imperial force. "Let's go say hello." The Mercy moved forward. Slow, steady, ugly, headed straight for the heart of the enemy. Behind it, the scattered Imperial ships searched empty space. Ahead, the flagship waited, unaware, and 8 humans held on tight. The SS Mercy drifted out from behind the last asteroid. It moved slow now, damaged, burning in places, but still moving forward. 22 Imperial ships surrounded it. Their guns were aimed, ready to fire. They had the human ship trapped. No escape, no hiding. On the main screen, Admiral Zoratha's face appeared. His expression was strange. Anger was there, yes, but something else too. Something that looked almost like respect. "Surrender," Zorath said. His voice was cold but calm. "You have fought well. Better than we expected. Better than any ship has fought us in 100 years. Surrender now and you will live. You have my word." Captain Vance looked at the screen, at the Admiral, at the sleek ships around him, at the powerful weapons aimed at his heart. Then he looked at his own ship. He looked at the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Ugly, patched, worn, scars from 100 hits, welding marks from 1,000 fixes. It was not beautiful. It was not advanced. It was not anything the Empire would ever be proud of. But it was still flying, still fighting, still his. He spoke. His voice was calm, tired, but calm. "You call this junk," he said. "Maybe it is. Maybe this ship is ugly. Maybe it's old. Maybe it's nothing special to look at." He paused. "But do you know why human ships look like this? Do you know why we have patches and welds and scars?" Zorath said nothing, just watched. "Because we build them ourselves," Vance said. "With our own hands. We do not buy them from someone else. We do not have them given to us. We build them. In yards. In garages. With our own 2 hands." He touched the wall beside him, felt the warmth of the damaged metal. "And when they break, we fix them. When they get hit, we patch them. Every dent, every scratch, every weld tells a story. A story of survival. A story of not giving up." He looked directly at Zorath. "Your ships are beautiful because you have never been hit. You have never had to fix them because no one has ever hurt them. Ours are ugly because we have been hit 1,000 times. By pirates. By accidents. By everything the galaxy throws at us." He straightened up. "And we are still here." Zoratha's face hardened. The moment of respect passed. He had heard enough. "Fire," he ordered. 22 ships opened fire at once. Beams of energy crossed the darkness. They hit the SS Mercy from every side. Again and again. The ship shook violently. Alarms screamed. Lights flickered. The shields failed. The hull glowed red from the heat. Metal groaned. Sparks flew. Inside, Vance held onto his chair. His crew held onto anything they could find. The ship shook like it would tear apart. But it did not explode. It did not die. "Damage report." Vance shouted. His navigator checked the screens. Hull at 40%. Multiple breaches. Weapons almost gone. Shields dead. Vance nodded. "Return fire. Everything we have left." The 2 small cannons fired. 1 shot. 2 shots. 3. They found a target. An Imperial ship had moved too close. The shots hit its weak spot. The ship exploded. Another kill. That made 9. But the fire kept coming. The Mercy was dying. Vance could feel it. The ship could not take much more. He looked at the screen. At the flagship. At Zoratha's ship, sitting in the middle. Big. Proud. Untouched. He made a choice. A crazy choice. The only choice left. "A head full," he ordered. "Target the nearest ship. Ram it." His crew stared. "Captain." "Ram it." The Mercy lurched forward. Slow at first, then faster. It aimed straight at the closest Imperial ship. A sleek, beautiful warship that had never been hit by anything like this. The Imperial pilot saw it coming. Tried to move. Too late. The Mercy crashed into the warship. Metal screamed. Both ships tore into each other. The Imperial ship crumpled. Exploded. Died. The Mercy came out the other side. Damaged. Burning. Half its front section crushed. But still moving. Still alive. On the flagship, silence. Horror. This human ship would not die. It would not stop. It just kept coming. Vance's voice came over the comm, weak but clear. You have 21 ships left, Admiral. I have one. Let's see how many I take with me. Zorath stared at the screen. At the burning, damaged, dying human vessel that refused to quit. It should be dead. It should be floating debris. But it was still there. Still aiming at him. For the first time in his long life, Admiral Zorath felt something new. Fear. He looked at his remaining ships. At the faces of his officers. At the human ship that would not die. What do we do, Admiral? Someone asked. Zorath did not answer. He could not. He did not know. The human ship moved forward. Slow. Steady. Burning. Coming straight for him. And for the first time in 1,000 years, the Galactic Empire did not know what to do. Admiral Zorath sat in his command chair. His eyes were fixed on the screen. On the burning, damaged human ship that was still coming toward him. Still moving. Still fighting. His officers waited. The fleet waited. The human ship waited for nothing. It just kept coming. Admiral, a voice said. Your orders. Zorath took a long breath. Then he made a decision. One that would haunt him for the rest of his life. All ships, he said. His voice was quiet. Hard. Fall back. Retreat. Silence on the bridge. His officers stared at him like he had lost his mind. Retreat, one finally said. Admiral, we have 21 ships. They have one. One damaged, burning, almost dead ship. And you want to retreat? Zorath looked at him. At all of them. His face was tired. But his eyes were clear. That is not a ship, he said. That is a message. Look at it. Really look. He pointed at the screen. That ship should be dead. It should have died hours ago. But it is still there. Still moving. Still coming for us. Do you know what that means? No one answered. It means humans do not quit. It means they do not stop. It means they will keep fighting long after they should have died. And that? He paused. That was one ship. One cargo ship. With 2 small cannons. Built by people who did not know what they were doing. He looked at each of them. What happens when they send real warships? What happens when they build ships designed for war? What happens when they come for us? The officers said nothing. They looked at the screen. At the burning ship. At the humans who would not die. Fall back, Zorath ordered again. We need to rethink this. We need to rethink all of it. The Imperial fleet turned. 21 sleek warships moved away from the asteroid field. Away from the burning cargo ship. Away from the humans. They jumped to FTL and were gone. On the SS Mercy, Captain Vance watched them go. He did not move. Did not speak. He just watched until the last ship disappeared. Then he leaned back in his chair. His body hurt. Everything hurt. But he was alive. They were all alive. His crew stared at the screen. At the empty space where the Empire had been. Then someone laughed. A small, tired laugh. Then someone else. Then another. Soon they were all laughing. And crying. And hugging. 8 people in a dying ship, laughing and crying together. We did it, someone said. We actually did it. Vance smiled. We did. Hours later, human ships arrived. The colony had sent word. Help was finally here. They found the SS Mercy still holding position. Still watching. Still alive. Rescue ships pulled the crew out. Medical teams treated their injuries. Engineers looked at the Mercy and shook their heads. It was a miracle it was still in one piece. Word spread across the galaxy. One human ship. One cargo vessel. Took on an Imperial Armada and won. Not by destroying them all. By making them run. The Empire was humiliated. For 1,000 years, no one had made them retreat. Now a single human had done it. The humans celebrated. Vance became famous. His face was on every screen. His name was in every report. They called him a hero. A legend. The man who beat an empire. Vance did not care about any of it. He just wanted to go home. A reporter caught up with him later. Asked the question everyone wanted answered. Captain Vance, she said. How did you do it? How did one ship beat an entire fleet? Vance thought about it. About the long hours. The fear. The hits they took. The times he thought they would die. The crew who trusted him. The ship that would not quit. He spoke slowly, thinking as he talked. You know, he said, when you build something yourself, when you fix it yourself, when you pour your sweat and blood into it, it becomes part of you. He looked at his hands. The hands that had welded patches. Fixed engines. Held the controls through the worst of it. And you do not let part of you die easily. You fight for it. You fight with it. You fight until you cannot fight anymore. And then you fight a little longer. The reporter nodded. Wrote it down. The word spread too. Years passed. The story became legend. And one day, a new class of human warships was unveiled. They were not sleek. Not beautiful. They were thick. Armored. Covered in weapons. Built to take hits and keep going. They were called the Mercer class. Named after the ship that started it all. Every alien who saw them remembered the story. The story of one junk ship that taught the galaxy a lesson. The lesson that you do not judge something by how it looks. You judge it by what it can do. By what it will survive. By how hard it fights. And the lesson that stuck with everyone, human and alien alike, was simple. Never underestimate what humans can do with something they built themselves. Never call their work junk. Because junk, to a human, is just another word for something that refuses to die.